Hello friends, welcome to my channel Mindset Solution. Today we are going to discuss a very important question which is from Environmental Law BA LLB 4th semester. So the question is explain the various powers of the central government relating to prevention, control and abatement of environmental pollution. So the question is clear here, so we will be discussing in this video. And before discussing the answer, I would request you to like, share, subscribe, and support my channel Mindset Solution. Also, please comment for the next important question to be discussed in the next video. Now let's move to the next answer next step, that is answer. So answer is under the Environmental Protection Act 1986, the government of India, central government, that means central government has wide and strong powers to protect the environment and to prevent, control and reduce pollution across the country. The central government can set a national environmental standards, order industries to shut down or cut off their electricity and water supply, and make rules for the safe handling and management of hazardous substances. Now let's move to the punishment for these violations which we have discussed above. So if someone break these rules or disobey the government order, the government has the power to give strict punishment. Like first is jail up to 5 years in prison, which can be increased to 7 years in some cases. Fine, a fine up to 1 lakh, and if violation continues, an additional fine of 5,000 per day will be applicable. So we, in this slide we have discussed about punishment for the violations and what are the powers the central government or government India has since 1986. Now let's move to the next slide. Here in this slide we will be discussing the main powers of the central government explained in simple language. I have already mentioned that I have discussed this answer in very simple answer. So let's see the first point. The first point says setting standards. So the central government has the power to set environmental quality standard for the entire country. This include fixing the maximum limit of pollutants allowed in the air, water and soil. uh, As an example, I have taken the government decided how much smoke a factory chimney can release or how much carbon a car can emit, such as a basic standard. So these are the standard they have set for the uh, for the factories and for the cars. So next point is restricting industrial areas. So the government can decide where industry can be set up and where they are not allowed. It can declare certain sensitive area like national park, residential area as pollution free zones. Examples banning heavily polluting industry in the area around Taj Mahal is the example. We can see in the around the Taj Mahal there will be no heavily polluting industries. Now let's move to the third point. Third point is power of entry and inspection. Any officer appointed by the central government has the right to enter any factory or place, check the equipment and collect evidence of pollution. Let's understand from the example. If a factory is suspected of releasing poisonous water into river, officers can go there without obstruction and take water samples, and then they can impose fine or punishment for that those things. Now fourth point is power to give direction. This is one of the most important power. The government can give written orders to any person, officers or organization, and these orders must be followed. Under this power, the government can order any industry to shut down, order the disconnection of electricity or water supply. Let's understand from the example. If a chemical plant breaks safety rules, the government can order it to be sealed immediately. So they have power to, restrict the things like water connection, electricity, and they can seal the industry also. Fifth point is handling accidents. So if there is a risk of large scale pollution at any place, or any or if an accident happen, the government can make rules to take immediate action and clean up the area or for remedies. Examples like prevent incidents like Bhopal gas tragedy, the government can make strict rules for the storage and disposal for hazardous substances. Sixth point is environmental labs. So government can set up a government laboratory to test pollution levels. It can also approve certain labs to scientifically test sample. So this was the last sixth point, and the conclusion is the central government through the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB) works in a coordination with the state government to implement policies and action for environmental protection across the country, such as the National Clean Air Program. It was the example. So I have already discussed this question. I hope you like the answers. If you like the answer, please like, share, and support my channel. Thanks for watching Mindset Solution.